Hello students, today we are going to discuss about triangles and its property, which is chapter number 6 of class 7. So basically here we are going to see what is the definition of triangle. You already know how it looks. It looks like this. Why it is known as triangle? Because of the word tri means 3. Tri means 3. Tricycle. Okay. Tri means 3. So here we can see that it contains 3 vertex, as you can see here. This point is known as vertex A, B, C. Are you able to see this point? So what is the mean of this point? Why it is known as vertex? Vertex is the point where two lines meet. So here we can see that, and or if we talk about the line, so basically the lines are the sides of the triangle. So AC and AB, what I said, AC and AB are meeting at point A. That's why it is known as vertex. Okay, this is vertex A. If we talk about B vertex, then here which two lines are meeting? AB and BC, definitely. Whereas if we talk about C, so line AC and BC are meeting at point C. So these all three are vertex, and here we have three angles. This is angle A, this is angle B, and this one is angle C. So here you can see that AB, BC and C are three sides, which AB, BC and CA. These three are sides, A, B, C and C vertex. Okay. And angle A, angle B and angle C are three angles. Angle A, this is angle B and this is angle C. These are three angles. If we classify triangles according to the sides, so basically we have three kinds of triangle. One is scalene, second is isosceles, and third one is equilateral. Scalene, isosceles and equilateral. In scalene triangle all sides are different. I mean to say no side is matched with any other sides. Okay, so this is different of length, this the measure of the side is also different, and this one is also different. Whereas if we talk about the isosceles, the two sides are equal and last side will be not be equal. And if we talk about equilateral triangle, all three sides are equal. In case if we talk about the isosceles triangle, if these two sides are equal, that means these two angles will be equal. Okay, if these two sides are equal, then the angles of these two will be equal. Okay, here we will study about this later. Whereas if we talk about the equilateral triangle, all three angles are equal. Okay, we also discuss about it later. Now let's see the types of triangle basis of angles. So here we have acute triangles, obtuse triangles and right triangles. What are acute triangles? Here all ang have all acute angles. Acute angles means, meaning of acute angles means the measure of all the angle is less than 90 degree. So here the measure of this angle and this angle will be lesser than 90 degree. Whereas if we talk about the obtuse angle, one angle is obtuse means greater than 90 and less than 180 degree. Here you can see that this is going after 90 degree. Okay, this is the imaginary line you can say of 90 degree, and it is going beyond it after it. Okay, whereas right angle, it is shaping like L, and this L will be joined with the line. Okay, so this part is known as perpendicular, this part is known as base, and this part is known as hypotenuse. We will also discuss this thing later. Okay, now what are medians of triangle? This definition is very important. Median is the line which made by joining any vertex of the triangle with the midpoint of opposite side. It is a line segment which made by joining any vertex. So this is a vertex A. Let's take a vertex A. Okay, with the midpoint of opposite side. So opposite of A is what? CB. Am I clear? The opposite of A is what? CB. So it is the line who joins the midpoint. So CB. The point E is the midpoint of CB, and this AE line joining the midpoint of CB. That's why A is known as median. I repeat, A is the vertex and E is the midpoint of CB. Median is that line who join the vertex and the midpoint of opposite side. Okay, if this condition is true for any line segment, that means that line is known as median. Okay, understood? Once again, median is what? Who join the vertex to the midpoint of opposite side. The opposite of A is BC, whereas if we talk about opposite of B is what? Hide B, you will get the line segment. If you are hiding B, that means what you will get here? AC. So opposite of B is AC, whereas if we talk about opposite of C is AB. Okay. So here we have three medians in a triangle: AE, CD, and BF, or you can say FB. Every triangle has three medians like AE, CD, and BF in the above triangle. The points where all three medians intersect each other, that is known as centroid. So here we also get another word that is known as centroid. What is centroid? Where three lines meet. Three medians are meeting. That point is known as centroid. Now altitude. We know that what is the meaning of altitude? Altitude means height. Altitude is the line segment made the joining with the vertex of the perpendicular to the opposite side. Okay. Vertex like median. But in case of the midpoint, it is joining or it is forming a perpendicular. From this point, we are drawing perpendicular to the opposite side of the vertex. Okay. So here this line is altitude, this is also altitude, and this is also altitude. If you see the 90-degree, this box, okay, that means the line is forming an altitude. So altitude form angle of 90 degree. There are three altitudes possible in a triangle. The point of intersection of all three altitude is called orthocenter. Now another word we have, orthocenter. First is centroid and second is orthocenter. What is centroid? The meeting point of all three medians. Okay, or if we talk about the orthocenter, it is a common point where all three altitudes are meeting. Okay, next, exterior angle of a triangle. Now what is exterior angle of a triangle? Exterior means outside. The angles who lie outside of the triangle, that is known as exterior of a triangle. Okay, who lies outside of a triangle, that is known as exterior of triangle. In detail, if we'll see that if we extend any side of the triangle, we get an exterior angle. An exterior angle must form a linear pair with one interior angles of the triangle. This is very important for the exterior angle of a triangle. Exterior angle must form a linear pair with one interior angle. It means that, see in this figure, here we can see that exterior angle, exterior angle, exterior angle. Why it is not exterior? Because it is not forming linear pair with exterior angle. It is forming linear pair with another exterior angle, not interior angle. Okay, clear? So here, why it is exterior angle? Because here we have 4, which is an exterior, and 3, it is an interior, and they together form a linear pair. What is linear pair? We already studied in the previous class. Linear pair is that line or is that pair of angles who forms 180-degree angle or who can form on a straight line. Clear? So 3 and 4 are the angles who is made upon a line. This is a line on which 3 and 4 angles are lies. Okay, so why it is exterior angle? Because together 3 and 4 are forming linear pair. Whereas if we talk about 5 and 6, they also, sorry, 5 and 3, they also forming linear pair. Yes or no? 3 is an interior and 5 is an exterior angle. So that should be necessary in for the case of exterior angle of triangle. Here if we talk about 6, it is not forming any linear pair with interior angle of this triangle. That's why we are not considering this as exterior angle of triangle. Okay, let's see what is written here. Here angle 4 and 5 are exterior angles of the vertex, but angle 6 is not the exterior angle as it's not adjacent to of any interior angles of the triangle. Okay, that is the reason here. Exterior angle property of triangle, what is it? An exterior angle of a triangle will always be equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles of triangle. This you have to learn, you have to face so many questions on this property. Okay, what is it? An exterior angle of a triangle will always be equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. Let's see this figure. Here, what is angle D is here. Angle D, the measure of this angle D will be equal to the sum of these two, A and B. Okay, the measure of D is opposite of the sum of A and B. Here, angle D is equals to angle A plus angle B. Okay, understand? Now, tell me what is the answer of this question. I'm giving you 5 minutes. Write your answers on the comment box. I hope you have answer of this question. So what is the measure of x? I told you the exterior angle of a triangle is the sum of their opposite interior angles. So opposite of x is what? 64 and 45. Now you add it. What you will get? 60 plus 40 equals to 100 and 4 plus 5 equals to 9. 100 plus 9 is 109. So the measure of angle x is what? 109 degree. Okay. That's like you can solve verbally. Now, how do you have to write in your copy? Let's see here. X is the exterior angle of a triangle and two given angles in the opposite interior angles is hence what? X equals to 64 plus 45 is equals to 109 degree. Now next property, that is very important property, angle sum property of a triangle. Okay, it's this says that the sum of all interior angles forms 180 degree angle. What? The sum of all three angles forms 180 degree angle. Measure of angle A plus measure of angle B plus measure of angle C is equals to 180 degree. Let's see example here. Okay, here we have 60, 58 and y. Now we need to calculate the value of x and y. Okay, for calculating the value of x, either you can solve it by linear pair or you can solve it by external property of triangle. You have two ways. First I am going to calculate x with the help of linear pair. So what is this property? X plus 58 is equals to 180 degree. Yes or no? Because they are forming linear pair. It is forming on a line. So the measure of these two angles will be equals to 180 degree. So x plus 58 equals to 180 degree. So x equals to 180 minus 58, which is equals to 122 degree. Okay. Now with the help of angle sum property of triangle, 60 plus 58 plus y is equals to 180 degree. I told you the sum of all interior, the angle lies inside of the triangle, okay, is equals to 180 degree. So 60 plus 58 plus y equals to 180 degree. So what you will do? 180 minus the sum of 60 plus 58. That will you will get 62 degree. Okay. In another manner, I already told you x equals to 60 plus 5. So 122 equals 60 plus 5. Again, you get here 62 degree. Okay. Like any other things, you can do like this or either like this. Okay. So you have two ways to solve this question. Now, two special triangles. One is equilateral triangle. Now we are going to discuss about the equilateral triangle and its properties, also isosceles triangle. So I told you in equilateral triangle all sides are equal as well as all angles are equal. Okay, all sides are equal and all angles are also equal. If we talk about their medians are also equal. And the second thing, the measure of all angles is equals to 60 degree. So this thing you have to learn in the property of equilateral triangle. What? First, all sides are equal. The measure of all angles is equals to 60 degree. Okay, these two things. What I told you next, their medians are also equal and their medians are also known as altitude. So their median and altitude both are the same thing. Okay. Whereas if we talk about the isosceles triangle, in isosceles triangle, these two sides are equal. If these two sides are equal, then the opposite sides, opposite angles are also equal. Here DE and EF are equal. So I told you the opposite of the equal sides will be also equal. So these two sides are equal, then opposite of these sides are angle D and angle F are their opposites angles, okay, of these sides. So here D and F are also equal. It's a triangle in which two sides are equal and the base angle of opposite to the equal sides are also equal. Okay, that is the definition which you have to learn. Now next is what? Sum of the length of two sides of a triangle. So that is the very important property, okay, which is also known as triangle inequality property. This is also known as triangle inequality property. Okay, it shows that the sum of two sides of a triangle is always greater than the third side. In simple words, if you are going to add any two sides of a triangle, so their sum is always greater than the third one. Okay, what I said, if you are going to add any two sides of a triangle, their sum is always greater than the third one. Okay. So here we have example 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, 7 centimeter. 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, 7 centimeter. So if you are going to add 4 and 7, as you can see here, 4 and 7 equals to 11, 3 and 7 is equals to 10, and 3, 4 equals to 7. So here we can see that 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter equals 7 centimeter. So this property is not the measure of, this property is not true for this condition. Okay, the third one. For the first condition it is true. 4 plus 7 equals to 11, which is greater than 3. 4 plus 7, which is greater than 3. True. 3 plus 7, this 3 and this 7 is greater than the 4. The sum of these 3 and 7 is 10, which is greater than the 4. Now if we talk about 3 and 4, the sum is equal to 7, but it is not greater, it is equal. That's why this property is not true for this measurement. Now next, take example of 2, 5 and 6. The sum of 2 and 5 is equals to 7. Here the third angle is 6. So first condition is true. And if we talk about 6 and 5, 6 plus 5 equals to 11. Yes or no? Which is greater than the 2. Then this is condition is also true. And the third one is 2 and 6. 2 and 6. 2 plus 6 equals to 8, which is greater than the 5. So here again the condition is true. So that's why we can say that 2, 5 and 6 are the sides of a triangle. Okay. Now right angle triangle. So what is right angle triangle? A right angle triangle is a triangle which has one of its angle as 90 degree. It is a triangle who contain a 90 degree angle. A 90 degree angle means one 90 degree angle. So here we can see that this and this, there we have a 90-degree angle. So these two are known as legs and this is hypotenuse, and these legs are known as perpendicular and base. Okay, a right angle triangle is a triangle which one of its angle as 90 degree and the opposite side of the angle is largest, the triangle which is known as hypotenuse. So these two legs, if we compare this side with these legs, so this one is the greatest, which is not forming on 90-degree angle. Okay, these are, I mean to say, these are not the legs of a right angle. So the side which is not the legs of a right angle are known as hypotenuse, and this one is the longest, okay, largest leg of the triangle. So here also we have one conditions, or you can say the property. In a right angle triangle, the hypotenuse, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of the base and the square of the height. Or you can say that hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus height square. And you can do the reverse of it. Okay. So here what is the solution for this? Try with this formula. This will be equals to hypotenuse. So here you can write 5. The square of 5 is 25. Whereas if we talk about 4 and x, 16 and x. Okay, so 25 and 16 is equals to 9, so the answer is 3. Okay, here you get the solution. Okay, so that's all for the today. In the next class we will solve the exercise of this chapters. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day. Also, before leaving, I want to suggest you one thing. You must go through all these property again and again till you not learn all these. Okay, because these properties are very important for such kind of chapters which belongs from the geometry. Okay. Okay,